Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the 2020 Random Percent Tournament. Tonight we have a good one, DarkFalz versus CaptainGreen7. Joining me in the booth is my friend Fryteeth. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. Looking forward to this one. Did the first one in this series, and DarkFalz took that, and he's looking to close out Captain Green tonight.
Yep, absolutely. Captain Green with his back up against the wall in this best of three. DarkFalz playing with a bit of a lead, so that'll be interesting to see if either runner is affected by that. I know for me, I would feel much more comfortable and confident, as I think most people would, being up a game. But Captain Green is a heck of an opponent, so this is going to be a good match.
And our first race was interesting. It largely came down to keys. DarkFalz had a couple keys when he needed them, allowed him to pull the bow out of level 3, and that took him on to the victory.
Sometimes that is all it takes. If this is your first race with us in this tournament, most of the flags are set to 50-50. The one flag we know that is shuffle drops on is the remorse flag for Captain Green. Every loser gets a chance to set a flag to on or off, and that is what he chose. Otherwise, we're going to have to figure out what we've got as we move along, just like the runner.
Looks like we should be starting here very soon.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see where they start. I know a lot of people like to hit the Woodsword Cave right away, and they are right above it. We already have a sword and a book and a whole bunch of Triforces. Looks like we're missing 6 and 7 and 8, but otherwise we've got almost a full Triforce.
The sword is where it's supposed to be, but no extra candles.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. You like to see that candle sitting there, so then it's like you get 3 items at the start instead of just 1. I am seeing some pretty soft enemies here. It looks like everybody's going down to 1 hit, so 0 HP. At least for most enemies. We'll see what the bosses in Ganon are like.
No one's been able to get a bomb drop though here early. You always expect to be able to get one, that many enemies early. But we don't know what our bomb droppers are yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. There's a book and a candle, so that means we have a boomstick. So once we find our wand, we will have all the bombs that they need. Captain Green gets a letter out of that cave. They are basically following each other's footsteps right now. There's our first bomb. I couldn't tell if that was a blue or a red Octorok that dropped that.
Yeah, I didn't see either. All these blue whiz ropes on the overworld. Never fun. It looks like from that screen the Captain Green's on, we're on mixed overworld with second quest.
Shame for Dark. Mixed second quest is low money, and they're going to need potentially more items than they would if we weren't mixed quest. Mostly the recorder, power bracelet. Those have way more caves. Captain Green gets a heart, and DarkFalz finds more shame.
I guess this is the time to find those. Don't have any money right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Captain Green finds our first dungeon. We have hidden dungeon numbers. DarkFalz is going to refill here, Fairy Fountain. And we're going to see right away what we're dealing with here if we can get past these red bubbles. The fact that there's red bubbles means that we're in second quest, though, I do believe. This is level 2.
And we also find that our book is unfortunately not an atlas.
Indeed. It'll be a nice boomstick once they get it. And I don't remember if we went into any other caves. Well, it wouldn't matter, even if it was Old Men. We would never know if that flag was on or off, since they started with it. Captain Green finds key block here. He's going to try to push this wall. Oh man, it's really nice to see Darknuts go down to 1 hit and blue as robes. I know I get real happy when I can kill them as easily as these guys are able to tonight.
Well, I'll be interested to see DarkFalz is going to find level 2 here as well. See if he decides to stay in there, because they don't need this Triforce.
They don't, but potentially there could be an item there that they really would want.
And
especially if
I don't want to come back down here.
No, definitely. And let's see if Dark can swing his sword now that he's gotten hit with these red bubbles. He finds the transport. And they're both on the same screen.
Sword right now.
No, it doesn't look like it. Finds the other end of that transport. Captain Green found her. Captain Green's gonna spend a key.
Both of them having their exploration here hindered by having lost their sword.
Oh, Captain Green takes an unfortunate death of that Gliok. Could not get by there. Yeah, DarkFalz going to save to get his sword back. Captain Green's going to do the same. They're out of there. So they are now going to do the same thing again.
I think that's a good move. You know, you take a little bit of time to explore it. No progress. You don't need the Triforce. Get out of there and come back later if you need to.
I completely agree. There's just too many key doors, to be honest. And resource management is going to be a thing for them anyways. Since it's Mixed Quest second, there's not going to be a whole lot of money. There's only one large secret on the overworld. And potentially they're going to need to buy keys. Captain Green finds another dungeon.
Not going to be able to make much progress in there without keys.
Nope. It is in and out. Trying to see... Was he under where the hyphen was? That could have been 3, I suppose.
So far, keys are starting to be the story early. Again, and that was the story of their first seed to a large extent.
It's heading over to an Armos, Grave Armos, which often has the Armos item, since that flag is 50-50. Dark is going to head over to the east side of Hyrule, where there are more Armoses. Potentially we'll have an item here coming up.
Right, but Captain Green has the better odds of finding the Armos item right now, because we don't know if that's been shuffled.
Yeah, I'd need somebody smarter than me to do the math on that, since it doesn't matter. That is a great Armos find. That is a ladder as the Armos item. That's 2 items in 1, and it's not vanilla items now, so the leaving 2 seems like a better deal now.
So I believe the odds of finding the Armos item in its vanilla spot with these flags is 60%.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense if it's 50-50 to be in the grave anyways, and then there's 5 Armos items, so if it was shuffled out of the grave off of the flag, it could still be there anyways with the 10%. That makes sense.
And that's interesting. We have one of our any roads at a vanilla location, but not the others.
Indeed, that is that is the troll any roads of the tournament. That has gotten me before. Oh, Captain Green finds an any road that takes him closer to the coast, so let's see if he goes to find his item here. Looks like that's the direction he's headed. And those Stalfos shoot swords tonight with the second quest enemies.
Yeah, he's gonna head right over to the coast and see what's there.
I would do the same thing. The only thing that's better than 1 item is 2 items. Not the nicest of screens.
DarkFalz is getting unlucky. Finally gets his first bomb dropped.
Yeah, there we go.
The drop groups are shuffled, because that, I believe, was a red lever that gave him a bomb.
He's going to buy his candle. And Captain Green is going to get a heart, which is going to stop the beeping for at least a minute. And he's going to do, I like this screen scroll, he's going to scroll over to this shop. Nicely done. Dark's going to do some bombing close to start. We find the arrow in the bomb shop, and we saw with the candle shop that prices are vanilla, and the shop inventory is vanilla.
DarkFalz, nice move, retrying, get him his bombs back.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play. It's always nice if you can get your hints or find some caves for free. Captain Green takes the death to this Armos item or this Armos screen over here, sending him back to start. He's going to save as well, probably follow in Dark's footsteps.
You know, with the exception of getting that Armos item, they've covered a lot of the same ground so far.
Indeed, yeah, and I can't imagine that Dark's going to wait too long to get over there, knowing that it's 60%. Not even sure that we're going to need the ladder tonight, but it's definitely nice to have.
You never know when you get to Zelda's room, and that's when you find you need the ladder.
Yeah, not that you wouldn't know anything about that.
No.
I think every single one of my tournament races, the ladder was the required item, and I never had it. So I always like seeing it early. And another death to these wizards. I know some people really like seeing wizards on the overworld because then they're out of the dungeons, but I hate wizards on the overworld.
I'd definitely rather see them on the overworld.
DarkFalz, go ahead.
That Captain Green couldn't get into because he was out of keys.
Yeah, he spent his key, and he's going to do some exploring in here. See if we can figure out where he is.
We also saw that, well, most enemies rolled to 0 HP. Our bosses did not.
That's good. It gives them something to work for tonight. No free lunch here in high. Dark finds a transport in this location. Haven't figured out what dungeon this is yet.
Could this be 4?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that leads me to believe that it couldn't be. It's definitely big, and a lot of rooms in the middle. So 4 is a pretty good guess. I think we have to be full second quest since we're seeing second quest enemies. That's something that's kind of weird with the randomizer that I didn't know until this tournament, but I haven't seen second quest enemies on a seed that was mixed. And there's a heart container that he cannot get to. Finds a staircase. If this is 4, he's already found the transport.
It's not. Seems like
so. Yeah, 2 transports. So.
More like 4, though. Captain Green finds our one big secret up on Death Mountain.
He's in 7, I believe. I think he started in the middle section. I'm pretty sure he's in 7. Because 4 only has 1 transport, so it can't be 4. There's the Triforce. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in 7. Captain Green doing some exploring here and finds another dungeon. And where he's starting, that could be 8. It could be 6, I suppose. Yeah, 6. Because 8 doesn't have a down there. And I don't think any of the other dungeons start that far to the right. So yeah, he's in 6. You should be able to go down from that place. He's leaving, which I'm a little confused about.
We can see now DarkFalz is definitely in second quest 7.
I'm surprised that Captain Green left. Did he forget that he has the ladder? I've definitely done that myself. Finds another dungeon. Let's see. He's starting in the 4th column. So we're finding lots of dungeons up here.
Finding lots of mugger rooms as always in second quest 7.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there'll be 2 of them. They don't leave. Captain Green finds the power bracelet. Whatever dungeon this is, but that's nice.
Given the mixed overworld, that's going to open up a lot more spots, especially because the any roads were shuffled. Well, 3 of them at least.
That's true, and he's right next to one, so that's always nice. Because otherwise, without the recorder, it would take him a while to come back up here. There's the Triforce. He's going to go ahead and pick it up, see if it's a Triforce he already has. I think we're in the Z. Yeah, that's one he already has. I am very confused as to why he left 6. Unless he just didn't know that he was in 6, or that I'm wrong and he wasn't in 6. Gonna pick up the arrows. I like that purchase. And DarkFalz finds the bow in 7. That's a good find.
We don't know if we need it yet. But it always feels better to go into 9 having that than not having it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just like the ladder. You don't know if you need it, but you love having it. There's our red candle as our white sword item. Which I think...
for Captain Green, because he didn't have a candle yet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think he has one yet. So he got the upgraded version. Maybe he's just doing this part of Death Mountain, and then he's going to go back over to 6. Just wanted to dig the rest of this first. I think he was 1 off on that bomb. And again, 1 off on the bomb.
DarkFalz is 1 room away from getting his Triforce out of 7. I think it's going to cost him his one and only key to get there.
Yeah, you definitely take that though. There we go. Captain Green's back in 6. So he must have just wanted to do the rest of that little area around Death Mountain first, just to see what else was there. Which netted him a candle, so I mean, that's good. It's going to be extra offense. And the power bracelet. Yeah, the candle's going to help him potentially in this dungeon if he gets red bubble cursed. He's pausing on this menu. I wonder if he's trying to figure out what dungeon he's in. There's the compass, so that's good to find. DarkFalz out of 7 with his bow. He's pretty quickly going to get his ladder here. Captain Green finds a 2-headed Gluyak, guarding a potential staircase. 2 transport staircases and an item staircase at 6. And with that drop, then we know that the push block is not going to open up a stair. He's getting bodied by these blue bubbles. Here we go, another potential staircase room. Dark is 1 screen away from his ladder. And there is a red ring. My goodness. That's a good item.
And also an important item to find, because now Captain Green has the knowledge that the silvers could be anywhere.
That's a great point. Yeah, we have the flag that forces them to 9, which is a 50-50 check. So often it's on in these flag sets, but with the red ring being out of 9, we know for sure that that flag is off. Doesn't mean that the silvers are not in 9. It just means that it's not a 50% chance of it anymore. And I believe we've seen the last time that Captain Green is going to die.
I would tend to agree with you.
Yeah, the red ring was right on the path to the Triforce, so I agree that with chat, he's going to find the ring, assuming that he pushes that block. Can't imagine him leaving that behind.
It's just a matter of how long it takes him to get up to that part of Death Mountain. I know for me, that's often one of the last places I go to explore.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think even if you have everything that you need, if you don't have the red ring, I feel like you push the block just to check the stair to see if it's any key or red ring, you know, something like that that's going to really help your 9 exploration. DarkFalz finds the any roads here. Captain Green is exploring the arrow on Death Mountain. DarkFalz is going to have to clip back into this power bracelet spot since he doesn't have his bracelet yet. Any roads are not bad. We have one in the grave, one in Death Mountain, one on the south coast, and one in the Dead Woods. I'd say I'd take those anytime. No recorder yet, so we can't check this spot that Captain Green was just on. He's going to use his last bomb up here, and Spectacle Rock opens up to a key shop and meat. He's going to go ahead and buy the meat. We know we're going to see meat in 3 and in 8, so that's a good purchase. Don't know that we'll need it, but we know that we'll see it. And they both are going to save. Tied in Triforces, DarkFalz with the Triforce out of 7, and Captain Green with the Triforce out of 6.
Captain Green with the what I'd say is a slight advantage right now, having that both the red ring, but probably more importantly right now the power bracelet, which is going to let him explore more spots.
Absolutely. Although Dark has found an interesting level. I do believe that is level 8. He has found. He is going to pop open this key door here. If you're new to this game, if you see a key door in the first room of the dungeon, or really any wall, a bomb wall can open. If you leave the dungeon and you go in the screen in the direction of the door, when you come back through there, the game thinks that you just went through the door that you opened. So the game shares the dungeon and the overworld map are the same like memory, I suppose. Somebody will correct me that knows more about this than I do, but essentially when you go through that door in the overworld, the game thinks you went through the door in the underworld, so it opens it up for you.
Yeah. On Captain Green's about to head into level 8 also, but right before he did that, he found level 9 on the coast.
Yeah, and we heard a roar. So Ganon is not hiding too well tonight. Potentially. I guess he could be pretty trolly. I've had a 9 that you could hear Ganon from start, but it was a meandering path that took you through like 19 blue Wizrobe forest rooms to get to him. And this is my least favorite dungeon that they're in now. Second Quest 8 has infinite transport staircases and lots of misery.
I can't think of a level I'd rather explore less than this one. White Sword upgrade is nice to find.
Absolutely. Yeah, you'll take that anytime, unless you already have a bag.
Not as important given the 0 HP enemies, but bosses are not 0 HP, and we don't know about Ganon yet, so... Not
Yeah, if
bad.
nothing else, that'll help with Cleox.
Captain Green.
It's a short-lived lead. Short-lived sword lead for DarkFalz. Takes down Aquamanus. Finds another staircase. Captain Green with that red ring is able to just kind of tank some of those fireballs like it's nothing. Dark only has 4 hearts, so health is definitely a problem for him.
Well, this enemy set in 8 is pretty tame.
Yeah, I mean, most of the enemies are pretty tame tonight, but yeah, even especially. Both getting keys on the floor. Oh, Captain Green finds his Triforce. He's going to take it and run. Can't blame him. You already have 1 item out of here. We haven't seen if Heart Shuffle's on or not, but we haven't seen any hearts in stairs, so chances are good that it's off.
Yeah, I agree. If you found 1 item in 8, I'd get out. Looks like DarkFalz is going to see quite a bit more of this level 8 than Captain Green did. But if that brings you to your silvers, you never know.
Yeah, he could find an any key. That would be really helpful.
Captain Green's going to head back into level 7. So, he's going to be able to head into level 9 very quickly. DarkFalz does find a compass. He may be able to get out of here a little bit faster.
To answer your question in chat, shuffle dungeon drops means that if it's on, or I guess I don't want to be confusing about this. If shuffle dungeon drops are not a thing, then you're going to see Triforces in Triforce rooms. You're going to see the floor drops in the same room that they would drop in vanilla, including keys and bombs and all that. But since Captain Green has forced that flag to be on, that means that's why he was able to find the Triforce in the room with the red bubbles, not in the Triforce room.
DarkFalz unfortunately got hit by one of those red bubbles, and he's now having to go back and forth using this blue candle to clear out these 2 rooms.
Yeah, that red candle find was really helpful as far as that goes, with the curse being swordless. So far, Dark has the lead with the bow, but unfortunately for Dark, that was in a dungeon that Captain Green has to go to anyways. And we don't know that we need it yet.
And also, DarkFalz doesn't know where level 9 is yet, and doesn't know where level 6 is.
Yep, definitely true.
So, Captain Green's got a pretty big lead right now, to me. The biggest thing that could hold him up is if Ganon's required, and he doesn't dig this bow out while he gets the Triforce.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, he left 8 without finding all the items, and 7 is also a dungeon that's not too easy to navigate. There's a lot of transport staircases in there as well, so if he finds the Triforce before he finds the bow, knowing that he's got it, he knows exactly where 9 is, I can definitely see him leaving. He's going to pick up this heart Dark was not able to get. So we'll see. We'll see if he makes the play.
DarkFalz, having run out of resources, is going to save, and I think there's a bomb shop down here.
And someone's commenting in chat about Captain Green throwing away his heart. I can tell you right now that hearts are the last thing on Captain Green's mind right now. He is just running. He has the red ring, so that quadruples his defense. There he gets his compass. So now he knows exactly where to go. See, I didn't see which room Dark found the bow in.
that compass could be both good and bad. It's, you know, obviously good because it's going to take him to that Triforce. But if it takes him away from searching for the bow, then that's in case we're finding that compass isn't so good.
Yeah, I know Dark found it as well, and I believe he found it before he found the bow. That's why I wasn't sure if you know, the difference is that Dark was upping all of these mugger rooms because he didn't want to pay the hearts, whereas CG has plenty of health, so he doesn't care about those mugger rooms at all.
Having that red ring is definitely an advantage going in here because you don't care that much about giving up hearts.
Oh no, not at all. He's in a bit of trouble right now with these blue Lionels and the lag. These screens kill me so much because I can't figure out where my timing is, and I always end up taking a hit. And it looks like he's going to get his Triforce here. See if he stays in. My guess is that he's going to go right to 9.
I would agree. I think that's what most of us would do here.
I certainly would. You've already found 9. You know exactly where it is. You heard Ganon, which I guess is good bad because you can't kill him right now. But I would run there. Have we seen any hints? DarkFalz finds the Triforce in 8.
I don't believe we have.
Because that's something that for me, it's easier to go to 9 with helpful hints because you're going to get a clue about where the kidnapped is or who holds the compass or whether or not silvers are in there or not.
As we can see, it's going to take DarkFalz a while before he finds level 6. I mean, he's exploring this the same way I would, but unfortunately we know that level 6 is pretty far away.
Yeah, it's going to be a little while before he gets on over there. And the other reason why I like this play to go right to 9 is Second Quest 9 is actually fairly small comparatively to First Quest 9 or to Shapes 9, as DarkFalz also finds level 9. So, you know, it can be a trolly path for sure because it's Zelda 1 Randomizer, so it can always be trolly. But as far as exploration goes, Second Quest 9 is pretty nice to explore. It's generally can be pretty easy to find your items and to find where everything is. There's also less keys. Keys could be an issue for sure. Yeah, but you got all the walkthrough walls and there's still transports. So. I still like this.
Oh, absolutely. With these flags, not knowing if Ganon's required, you get to 9 as quickly as possible.
And the Patra acts as a boss, but the little Patrites, little birdies, whatever those things are, that circle around him, those the game considers a regular enemy. So you'll see those go down with one hit, but the center blue bird, it acts as a boss. So, and I haven't figured out if the boss is rolled up. Clementis took more hits than he normally does.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion in chat right now, and I agree. If Ganon is required, DarkFalz is right in this because level 7 is probably not where you're going to head back to very quickly.
Well, yeah, I tend to agree with you, except he's only found a fair number of dungeons. So he has one item remaining in 8. He found the item in 5. He found the item in 6. So 7 is the only dungeon, other than 2, that he's found that he hasn't already gotten the items out of. And for me, I'd rather go to 7 and dig an item out than clear overworld spots looking for more dungeons.
Some of that depends, though, on how many items you're going to need to dig out. If you don't find the silvers in here either, that's going to change what you might do as well, because at that point you know you're going to have to dig out the 2 dungeons.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's when do you leave? Not, you know, if you see that shutter door and it doesn't open, do you immediately leave 9 and start digging? Since you've already found the red ring, you know that that flag is off. Or do you dig out the items here first? I guess it largely depends on how many rooms you have left, and, you know, what sort of exploration you're able to do in this 9. He is finding a lot of transport staircases.
Yeah, usually if I'm in that situation, I'll leave, because I know the odds of finding both bow and silvers in 9 are pretty low.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you.
And then when I find one of them, I'll come back.
I think that if you already have Zelda and you hear the Ganon roar at the beginning, so you know exactly where he's at. So I think at that point, you know, the only thing left to explore is going to go through Ganon's room here. Maybe just didn't realize where he was, but I think if you find everything that there is to find in 9, except maybe one item, the potential for the other dungeons is so much greater. The only difference, though, is I still feel like known dungeons, known levels, are better to dig than overworld. Especially, he's already found the white sword item, so he knows that it's not there.
And there it is.
There she is. So there we go.
We've got a race now.
We definitely have a race. He's staying in this 9. He's gonna find some items. There's at least one staircase with a Moldorm that he didn't clear in the top right. And this room, also he didn't clear. Nice swag clip there with that reverse C. This is the recorder. Okay, that's really interesting. That's a really interesting find. And he's going to bail now, which I think is the smart move. He found one item in 9. Chances are pretty low that the other item is silvers, although it could be. Let's see where this takes him. Takes him somewhere, so we know. Okay, here we go. So Raph is one of the dungeons.
Takes him to beaten dungeons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once we saw the Twister, we knew it was going to be that. But it's new dungeons, not old dungeons, since that's not a vanilla spot.
So that's very good news for Captain Green, because he's not going to have to do any more exploration.
No, and this is 3, I think he's in, which is like the perfect dungeon to find right away. Yeah, this is 3. So I would, and here's the meat block. He's gonna hang on to it just in case he needs it in 8. There's a heart on the ground. Should be one more item. He's gonna take the stair instead of taking the key door, which I think is the good move. And we had a heart on the coast, so if we see another heart in the dungeon, then we know that... Oh, there's the wand, so... It's not really what he wanted, but he'll take it.
Especially that is a boomstick in the seed.
Oh yeah, you're right, absolutely. That is a great find. And with the red bubble curse especially, that's going to help out a lot. So Captain Green has infinite bombs, and he can go right to the dungeons that he needs to go. So that lead for Dark, I don't really know as much of a lead. Because Captain Green can get into all of these locations. Power bracelet is not going to block him. You know, keys are going to potentially be an issue, but you might find the any key. And let's see, he is now in 1 would be my guess. There's the confirmation with the map. I think the recorder is only bad for Captain Green on how long it takes him to clear these dungeons. So far, he's found the items pretty quickly. And he's able to prioritize these smaller dungeons instead of going right back to 8 and 7, which we know that 7 is where he wants to be, but 8, and there's the magic shield she's going to pick up, so I guess he's going to dig out the heart just to make sure that heart shuffle's not on, which is a pretty good move, I guess, and he's going to clear it out fast enough, and it would be good confirmation. You don't want to wait until the end game to find, oh wait, heart shuffle's been all along this whole time.
We have seen races like that where we found 5 or 6 hearts on the floor.
Yep.
We'll find out later that heart shuffle was on.
Yep, and he's making good use of that shield. He takes those Lionel beams right to the shield, no damage. I know some people don't like to pick it up, but I will definitely pick it up. It's a helpful item. And DarkFalz is exploring Death Mountain, so he's on the right path. He needs to get to the other side of Death Mountain. There's the heart of Captain Green, so he's out of 1. And let's see if he goes back to 2. Looks like he might be going to 4.
Because
yeah,
1 key, and that 4 had a lot, or that 2 had a lot of keys. But nope, he is going to 2.
He is, indeed. Yeah, it did have a lot of keys, but he also explored a decent amount of it already, so he knows where the stairs are. And DarkFalz is on his way to Death Mountain, so this is getting pretty interesting.
So we still do have the possibility of the Silvers in 9.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Captain Green only found the 1 item, so Dark's gonna go to 9 right away too, I would think. Especially since he has the bow and he hasn't seen the red ring. So if he finds Silvers at 9, then this will be a pretty short race.
And he's going to find level 6 pretty soon.
Yeah, I got bopped back into that cave. I hate when that when that happens. That happens all the time to me. As Captain Green is exploring the rest of this too. Finds the compass, we don't need that. Needs to find a staircase. Dark's gonna get another heart here.
He should find level 6 on his last bomb.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get bopped right when he's actually probably gonna try to force a bomb drop. Oh. I don't know if that was in the shuffle or not. I haven't paid it. Okay, here we go. He's starting over. 0 HP enemies makes the force bomb a lot easier. And unfortunately, he skipped the cave where 6 was. Oh man, that is terrible news. He had the I don't know if he killed the 10th enemy or if Stalfos are in the money dropping group. But he skipped them and tried to force a bomb. It looked like he's going to go back to start and buy some more. Go ahead and get a double pack here. Captain Green, it's just so funny to me. He's got Boomstick, Red Ring, with these 0 HP enemies. It's like, oh, these guys don't even have a chance against him. Any key would be a great find for him at this point. I know he wants the silvers and he wants the bow, but keys have been such an issue with the seed. He's got 73 rupees. I can't remember. I know we saw the keys are vanilla, so it's however much keys are normally, and that's how much keys would be in this seed.
So he does leave level 2, because I think the rest of it's key blocked. Here's level 4, which is also Power Bracelet.
Man, Power Bracelet is king tonight. So even if you had found the recorder early, you wouldn't have been able to get into any of these dungeons. DarkFalz found 6.
6.
So here we go.
And his last Triforce.
Yep. Yeah, he's going down this path. He needs to go left from start and down that way. He finds another heart. It's good information. Helps to let him know that Heart Shelf is probably off. Captain Green finds the map. I do like getting the map in level 4 second quest, level 1 first quest, all the big dungeons with kind of like big rooms all in the center. It's just a lot easier for me to figure out exactly where I am. This is a potential push block room. And it does not push. 4 has 2 items, both in stairs, and also has 1 transport stair. And it's huge, and there's going to be some muggers. Here is a boomerang. Captain Green has no need for. So that's 1 item down. We'll also see muggers and I believe the bomb upgrade is in second quest 4.
I believe so.
And there it is, and it's vanilla, so doesn't have the bombs for it. Not that he would want to buy it at this point anyways, since he has infinite bombs. And the blue land molas were not blocking the staircase. Dark found another path that Captain Green found, so he might actually miss his red rings. He's going to get the Triforce right now.
There's the silver arrows.
Oh, wow. So silvers are in 4. I think Captain Green just snatched that lead. If Dark had a lead, I think that is completely gone at this point. Because I can only imagine that Dark is going to go to 9. And so Captain Green has the amount of time it's going to take Dark to realize that Ganon is required.
Well, not just to realize that Ganon is required, but to go find level 5 to pull out the power bracelet.
Exactly. Or, I mean, if he doesn't get the recorder out of 9, then it's going to be a while before he's going to check those overworld spots anyways.
And you can see he's going to the Any Road, so he's heading right to 9.
Yeah, which I think is the right play. You know, 45 minutes in, I don't like to metagame. You know, some people maybe would say if Ganon was required, then Captain Green would have already been finished by now. I wasn't required, I misspoke. Which we know to be accurate, but I like to just play my race and not worry too much about what the other guy's doing. And Captain Green does buy a key and saves it. I think this is a good buy. Keys have been such an issue for him. Just needs to find the bow. And he has only a few places left that it can be.
Wouldn't surprise me if he goes back to 2, because he's got so few rooms left in level 2.
Oh yeah, I would. And you've got, even if you don't find the bow, if you find the Any key, then that key purchase, that makes it worth it for me there.
When DarkFalz gets his information, he's found Zelda.
Yeah, he was actually able to find her fairly fast, so that's the good news. And Captain Green finds his useless raft, but he can retry now. Get his key.
At this point, we're missing 1 item in 8 and 1 item in 9. One of which is very useful, and the other one, neither one will be happy to see.
Yeah, I think chat would be happy to see one of them. DarkFalz does find the recorder. So he had a much faster 9. So that's the good news for Dark.
But he's not leaving.
He is not leaving, no. He wants to dig out this other item. Well, he already has the bow, so it makes sense for him to stay.
I think, from his perspective, I think this is the right move, knowing that you only need silvers, and they could very well be in here, and he doesn't have access to many of the other levels at this point.
Exactly. I always like to dig what I know instead of digging what I don't know. And Captain Green is in the right dungeon. So that lead, if it was a lead, is very quickly diminishing for DarkFalz. In fact, I would say that DarkFalz has got to book it.
As
Yeah. No lead.
I think that's.
I mean, you hate to count a guy out, but I would say there's a little chance that DarkFalz can come back from this. He's got to get the power bracelet out of 5 and find 4.
Bow, silvers, red ring. He knows where Ganon and Zelda are.
Yeah. He's going to be done in 2 minutes.
He's not going to take a death here.
No. So for Dark, let's see if we can find the other item in 9. Let's see if it's the any key that they would have liked to have earlier, or if it's the magic boomerang. And is Ganon 0 HP? That's something that we don't know yet. Not that it really matters with red ring, white sword. Captain Green's a very accomplished runner anyways, so even with green tunic and wood sword, he does get the kind of crappy spawn into the wall there. He is not 0 HP. You gotta work for your Ganon tonight.
But that's not gonna be a problem for him.
Nah, he's got him in the stun lock now. So it is only a matter of time.
And he's got him.
Knows exactly where Zelda is. So I think we're gonna have a sub 50. DarkFalz still trying to find this other item in 9. Unfortunately, it's gonna be little too late for him. There is the door. And there is the girl. Get your GGs out in chat. For CaptainGreen7, we have a game 3. Official SRL time of 49:59. So just got it in there. And DarkFalz is going to quit the race, which I can't blame him at this point. So we have forced a game 3. Winner take all. Always nice. I think both gentlemen are going to be joining us here shortly. And we are joined in the booth by our winner tonight, CaptainGreen7. GG, sir.
Thank you.
So talk us about that seed. What did you feel like you were in the lead at any point? Did you feel behind, as you were going through? You had second quest 7 and 8 staring at you in the face. What were your thoughts?
I definitely felt behind for the first half because I dug 2 on the off chance it might be a recorder, since that would be vanilla, and that gave me nothing. And then I took a bunch of silly deaths and was making silly mistakes left and right. So I definitely felt really behind, which is why I did an early death mountain, which did pay off with a red ring, so I could at least stop dying. And I luckily did find 6, 7, 8, 9 all pretty quickly. Just the hunt for the bow and silvers afterwards was what took the most time, of course.
Yeah, that death mountain really paid off for you. It took Dark a while to get over there. The red ring, I think, obviously, like you said, helped, but even just finding 6 got you into 9 a lot faster than Dark was able to. The one thing that Dark had that you did not is that he pulled the bow out of 7 on his first go-around. So once we saw that the door didn't open for you, we thought, how interesting is this? But then having Recorder take you right to every single dungeon that you needed to dig, it didn't take you very long to find everything that you needed.
That was probably the best part of the seed, for me at least, was Recorder.
Well, and the other key was digging that power bracelet out of 5. Because for DarkFalz, 6 of the needed Triforces was the last one he found. So he found that, headed to 9, and never found level 5.
Yeah, and he also found a different path to the Triforce in 6. So your path, you found the compass, and then the red ring was on the way to the Triforce. Dark found a different transport staircase that took him to the south. He bombed up into the Triforce room. So it just kind of things were, like things coming up Millhouse, things were coming up Captain Green, and the seed, where it's just kind of like one thing after another was just working out for you.
I definitely needed it after the start I had to get lucky there.
And we are also joined in the booth by DarkFalz. GG, sir. A really well played game. I know that I'm sure you're probably disappointed that you didn't get the win, but I think that you played it really well. And I don't know if you heard me talking to Captain Green just now. You both played well. It was just certain things just kind of fell for Captain Green and the way that they do it in random.
I mean, yeah, I'm disappointed, but I mean, GG Captain Green, he's one of the best in the game. You can't get disappointed by losing someone with his color. So yeah, GG to him. Looking forward to game 3.
Very good. So I'd like to ask you both, when you saw that the door didn't open, what was your first thought as far as like how long do you stay in Dig 9? What dungeons do you go to next? Like what's your game plan at that point?
I would have left after I took that death in 9, and then I started using my flute, but by then I was too late. So whatever. GG Captain Green. It was a fun race.
Yeah, GG Dark. And to answer the question, I passed up like 5 different staircases in 9 on the way to looking for Zelda, so I was going to go back and hit up all those because I knew where they were, and then get out of there. And I mean, seeing Recorder in there meant Bow could have been in there since important items in 9 had rolled on, of course. But I figured I'd rather go do the smaller dungeons first than dig the entire second half of 9.
Yeah, we never saw the second item in 9. At this point, we know it was either the any key or the magical boomerang.
Yeah, we were missing an item in 8 and an item in 9. So potentially, and that the keys were an issue all game, it seemed like. And Frighty told me that it was the same thing in game 1, where keys were really an issue.
Yeah, that's not a surprise in Second Quest. Second Quest can be really stingy with keys and have key doors all over the place, so it's more expected, I think, at least for me in Second Quest, to have that be an issue.
And Second Quest money as well, so you only have the one large secret, so it's not as easy to buy keys.
Alright. I was glad I found Red Candle before I bought Blue, because that was going to be my first purchase after I found that big secret.
Oh, I didn't see Red Candle. Where was it?
It was White Sword item up on East Death Mountain, I think, or somewhere on Death Mountain.
Oh, well, so you must have done Death Mountain pretty early then.
Yeah, I took like 3 different stupid deaths on the overworld. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, and I just ended up going up there.
Yeah, I was low on bombs early, so I did Dead Woods, and then did the Forest and the Lost Hills, and I died in that stupid Wizard screen that was to the right of level 5 twice, and that kind of riled me up.
So we move on to a game 3. Do we know the remorse flags for game 3?
Probably 0 HP enemies. I'm not positive yet. I will think about it and let them know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I know that's a fun one. Makes the exploration so much faster when everything goes down to no hits. Well, gentlemen, I think you both deserve a pat on the back for that very entertaining race. Thank you very much, and good game to both of you. We'll look forward to game 3 whenever that is scheduled, with potentially 0 HP enemies.
Thank you, and thank you guys for comms and SpeedGaming for restream and CD Improv for tracking.
Yeah, and GG Captain Green, thank you for racing. It's always an honor, my friend. Thank you.
GG.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Another great addition for this randomizer tournament. And I don't know about you, Fry, but anytime there's 2 great runners, I know Dark wanted to win tonight, but I love game threes. I love maxing out the potential for the tournament. And it just seems right. Both of these guys deserve to be here. So I love seeing a game three and winner take all.
I love watching game threes. Can't always say the same thing about playing in game threes.
Well, the good thing about playing in a game three is that, you know, if you win, then you win the elimination game. So I think they're always.
It also means if you're playing in a game three that, unlike me, you're still in the tournament.
That is very true. That's very true. Well, you lasted a good 2 weeks after I did, so I've got nothing to talk about. All right, well, that is going to do it for us this evening. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you are interested in this sort of thing, we have plenty of races happening all the time. We are still in the midst of this tournament. We have matches happening. I believe there's a doubleheader tonight. Somebody can correct me in chat if that is incorrect. And games happen all.
Yeah, we've got Zarnax 42 and Redbird Grad kicking off, I believe, on SpeedGaming 3 in about 2 minutes.
Very good. All right, so go check that out and give these runners a follow. DarkFalz and Captain Green, both of them excellent runners. Also, give my my co-coms Fryteeth here a follow. And thanks to our tracker, CD Improv. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening.